this kick-ass 75 litre dual zone fridge freezer now for a good couple of weeks, and I've had a bit of a chance to try it out, and on one of our trips to Alice Springs where we needed to resupply. You might have seen recently in the press that there was a shortage of food in Alice Springs, and so I needed to drive in from Kings Canyon all the way into Alice Springs, 350 odd kilometres, to get some perishable foods that we were running low on. And this fridge was a big advantage over the smaller fridge that I was using previously. One of the first things you notice about this fridge is its size. Yes, we all know it's a 75 litre fridge, but just look at the size itself. Before you buy one of these, you need to actually make sure that this will fit in the space that you have available to it. This fridge is 820 odd millimetres long by nearly 500 millimetres wide, and again it's just over 500 millimetres high. So in physical space it's actually quite large. So what else can I tell you about this fridge? Well, look, it's made of a very solid construction. It has the two door compartments, the one here and also the one here. And as I said in our unboxing video, you can configure these however you like using the baskets that are provided. They have deep baskets like this, and they also have two smaller baskets on this side, so that you can separate your foods and put them at different levels within the compartments. Okay, the other thing I did say is, yes, you can set up both these compartments as just fridge only, or both as freezer only. And you can also have one as a freezer and one as a fridge. So this is, I guess, a very versatile way of managing the foodstuffs that you keep in your fridge. Okay, the other important thing is it's got these auxiliary functions that you can use. The first off being this 12 volt accessory plug fitting, and then this USB two fittings here at 2.1 amps. So that means you can charge other things like your phones or other things that require that type of fitting. You've got your control panel here, and I think the most important thing is that once you start your fridge up, it gives you a clear display showing what temperatures the compartments are, but you can also set those compartments from this display, and you can also set it up so that you don't use all your energy supply when you don't need to, or if your supply in itself is running low. So this setting here means that you can protect your battery with a low, medium or a high setting. And then if I swing this around, you can also see here that it's got an Anderson plug input, but it's also got a 240 volt input. So if you're holed up somewhere where you've got a 240 volt supply, then you can simply plug that in here and keep the fridge cold. Down below here, you've got a battery protection switch. So you can either have it set on normal use, or you can have it set on energy override if you really need to keep things going right to the point where your battery gives way. Okay, so I've got this sitting here loose just so I can move it around and show you some of these features. The other thing that comes with this fridge is a transit cover, and I think once I'm sort of set up and ready, that cover will be going on, and that will keep the outside of the fridge protected, but also insulated against the ambient temperature. Now, energy use. Well, as I said, you can set this up so it's fridge, freezer, or freezer, fridge. Now, depending on the settings that you put into this will depend on, I guess, what your usage is and how you want to keep your foodstuffs or your drinks and whatnot cold. But importantly, I think this control panel, I should say, makes it all very easy to do from the front of the machine itself. But being that I'm a man that loves my gadgets, you can also download an app on your phone, and it will give you the very same control that you have from this panel on your phone. So that means within Bluetooth range, you can be checking or resetting or whatever the controls on your fridge to get your optimum conditions. So that, to me, being a gadget person, is a great feature to have. I think ultimately what I've found so far is that the energy consumption seems to be really spot on. I think that if you're going to set the fridge to about 3 degrees, then the energy consumption appears to be just over the 1 amp per hour. If you're going to set it at both, I guess, minus 16, minus 18, then you're going to be consuming about 2.5 amps per hour. And then if you're splitting between the two, then you're going to get slightly lower, I guess, consumption based on those temperatures that you're setting at. I think it's important to note that those consumptions too are at about an ambient temperature of about 32 degrees. So at this stage, after 2 weeks of use, of just driving into Alice Springs, filling the fridge up and coming back, I can't say that I'm more happier with this fridge, and it will suit our purpose as we have for right here now at Kings Canyon very well. And it will enable us to get our supplies, bring them out, and know in our minds that this fridge is keeping our foodstuffs fresh until we can get them back to our house and into the storage of the fridge inside the house. So overall, at this stage, I couldn't be happier with this fridge, and I can't recommend them enough to you, our viewers. And I'm looking forward to using this fridge way off into the future. And with that, I can also say that these fridges come with a 5-year warranty. So that's an extra bit of confidence up here that if you get troubles with this fridge, then Australian Direct and Kick-Ass are going to look after you. If you've got any questions coming from this little presentation on the Kick-Ass 75 litre dual zone fridge, let us know in the comments below and we'll get back to you with an answer as soon as we can. Look it up, guys. If you're looking for a new fridge, if you're in the market for a new fridge, look up Kick-Ass. Great fridge. Thank you.